They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5. Gibson again.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Albert O.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now here's Ross. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
for offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fields the squib kick right around the... And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Nick. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 41. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Albert Okwuegbunam with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It's taken to the 26. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once more, Gibson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.